Well, the centre making it clear that the exams will go ahead. What exactly do several state governments say? Joining us now, a very special guest, the Chief Minister of Punjab, Captain Amrinder Singh. Thanks very much for being with us. Captain Saab, the centre says that they refuse to change anything. The exams will happen. Is it time to move on and just accept this?
Well, what I said to the other day when we all our chief ministers were also together was that in this case, like other parts of the world, you can go in for online exams. But the question is here, like NEET or JEE or CLAT or whatever, the question is, how do people make it? We've got a very serious situation today in the country. So many new cases every day. Today it's 71,000 cases, and why are we endangering our children? It doesn't make any sense to me. And then, my Punjab has got connectivity. Every village is connected, but other states don't have it. How do they get there? What do they do? And they'll be passing through A zone and B zone and 3 zone, which is down with a vast number of cases. And you're just spreading this disease. And that is why we said so that day that, this is not on. I have even on the other exams asked the UGC, and I've written to the Prime Minister many times and to the Education Minister that UGC should be told to postpone these exams or let us promote people on the on their performance. And if somebody is not,
Sir, the centre has also said that there cannot be a situation where you have a 0 year. There is no way you can have hypothetically 2 batches enter next year. This being the case, and it sounds sensible, what exactly is the option?
No, that may be so, but the point is then do online, delay it by a month or 2 and do online. But the point is that, who is going to benefit from this? The well-to-do, the people who have got everything. What about the poor people of our villages who are stuck up? Like in Punjab, it's better, as I told you, but I still have people who are sitting I'm near the Shivaliks, right on top of the Shivaliks, a little village there, somebody's sitting. How is he going to make it every day without passing through a contaminated zone? So, this is worse. And there are states like Jharkhand and there are states like Bihar and UP and other places where things are much worse than ours.
And yet, sir, you mentioned an online as being an option, but there is a huge digital divide in our country. How can online exams ever be considered at any stage given this reality?
You're right on that. I agree with you that this is the social divide, and the richer people have it. That is why I have given all the 10th class, for instance, this year, all telephones, so that they can function through telephones. But I mean, every state hasn't done it. We've done it. But for me, it suits because these children can go ahead and do it on that. But yes, it won't suit. Otherwise, it will be a social divide. You're right. But here it comes. On the other hand, also, I mean, today you've been vacillating for the last many months. People are not ready. People haven't, gone through the whole process of studying and all. And then the people who have done it are the people in the cities or in well-to-do places in the villages. And what happens to the poorer people? They haven't had an opportunity. So somehow or the other, this delay, this vacillation is going to cost many people jobs who should be ordinarily getting in selected.
All right, we'll come back to Captain Amrinder Singh in a little while from now. The economy, and we'll talk to him about that. Now, the economy is contracting because of an act of God. This was what the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said today. The same reason that prevented the centre from releasing the state share of revenues from April to July.
Result in a contraction of the economy.
Accepting perhaps for the first time that the economy will contract this year, the Finance Minister blamed an act of God. The same reason she told the states is why the centre couldn't pay them the GST compensation of 1,50,000 crores from April to July. In all this year, the government shortfall will rise to 2,35,000 crores. This payment is guaranteed by the landmark GST law.
The act didn't foresee an act of God. It just kept saying protected revenue should be taken care of. And it also said approximately a 10% growth, what is the actual revenue. And therefore it made sure that it hardwired giving compensation. Whereas this year we are facing an extraordinary situation. You're facing a act of God, which might even result in a contraction of the economy.
So now the centre has given the states two options to raise the money. Option 1, provide 97,000 crores which states will borrow through the RBI, facilitated by the centre, which can be repaid from the GST compensation cess. Option 2, raise the entire shortfall 2,35,000 crores from the RBI, which the centre will help with.
Repayment of this loan is concerned in both the options. It will be made through the cess collected in the 6th year, 7th year. In no case, the states will be burdened.
We are not happy.
However, some state governments say they're running out of money to run their states. Even the BJP state finance ministers say they are under pressure.
जो states को revenue आना था वो revenue कम आएगा. We are not happy at this outcome कि ये ऐसा क्यों किया गया. But इसके अलावा हमारे पास ये choice नहीं थी.
Nirmala Sitharaman says it's an act of God. The state finance ministers say it's a trust deficit between the centre and the states. Either way, the centre and the states need to sort this issue out to ensure that money is given, especially salaries and capital expenditure takes place to help the people during these trying times. With Bureau Input, Sunil Prabhu, NDTV.
Well, let's just go back to Captain Amarinder Singh for a quick reaction on that. Sir, the GST Council met today. The finance minister said that she's unable to pay states. Was there anything at all at this meeting which gave you some sort of hope, some sort of mechanism perhaps through which you could raise funds?
Well, yesterday's statement is something else. And yesterday we had a GST meeting. Our finance minister has been there. He should be coming back today. And let us see what the response was. But basically, it's the Attorney General's statement was yesterday, which I read out to all the 7 chief ministers. And I think it is also the Pondicherry chief minister also read out. He had also got it. So it's a statement which was made by the Attorney General yesterday.